today we are going to be working on this 350Z. That one over there, not this one. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Motorhead YouTube channel. So I'm here with my friend We Build Him, and if you guys haven't seen this video yet, he did buy Goon Squad's wide body 370Z, and this thing is absolutely crazy. If you want to see his video, I'll link it down below in the video. This car does have a couple of issues that we're going to go over, but first off, David is going to introduce himself and his car.
Alright guys, so my name is David, and YouTube channel is We Build Them. We did recently purchase the wide body from Goon Squad, and there are a couple of small minor things that need to get changed, nothing too serious. I was talking to Mark here. We were talking about probably not even repainting it, just doing a paint correction. Yep. So like little stuff here, especially where the rust runs down from the hardware of the wide body, we are going to be changing that to titanium and resolving those problems in the future. But
I've actually had an issue with these type of bolts on my S2000 turbo kit. I actually used these same type of bolts to bolt down the wastegates, and it rusted through. So this needs to be either stainless or titanium, whatever one you want to go with, which David was actually talking about JD Customs helping him out and giving him a discount and working with him to get some bolts for it. So that's all going to be in the future. Today's video, we really want to just go ahead and do a full paint correction on this car. As you guys know, this thing sat in Goon Squad's field, and it just got sun, corrosion, and tree sap and everything. And we are going to repaint this car in the future, but I was talking to David about just fully doing paint correction on it for now. That way he can just enjoy the car as it is, because he did just buy it, and it would be a shame for him to just tear it apart right away, and then it's just going to be a project car. And you know, guys, full paint jobs, it takes a long time. So if he just paint corrects it, you know, we could even hit some car shows like Riverside. We'll take the S2000, 23rd Garage's E92 M3, and this car and a bunch of other cars, and we can just cruise. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing looking good for him. That way he can just enjoy it for now. All right, so David is going to run us through some of the issues that we need to fix today.
So first off, like we have little, like we mentioned before, we have stains from the rust from the hardware on the wide body. We have a couple scratches here on the flares, on the fenders. So there is a couple things here on the front that we need to focus on, but this isn't the only place. We do have some stuff along the side here. Like this door right here is still rubbing against the flare here.
Which I think we should fix this before we touch this up, because it's going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
And then another thing I noticed, Dave, you have a lot of faded paint and sap on it, which is hard to pick up on camera. So you want all that buffed out, correct?
Yeah, exactly. And it's all from the trees and stuff in the sunlight. So I think with a couple of touch-ups, a couple buffed areas like right here, I think we can, you know, make this thing look a lot better than it does now. Yes,
sir, we can for sure. And I'm thinking, let's go ahead and pull it over there. We'll move the M3 and let's give it a quick wash. That way when we're buffing it out, we're not getting nothing onto the car. You know, there is a lot of grime, and if you start buffing and this little piece of speck starts moving in your pad, it's going to scratch your entire quarter.
Yeah.
So we're going to definitely get this thing washed first and get it clear of contaminants, and then we'll start go ahead and buffing it.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely wicked car. Ah, he stalled. All right, guys, so Yuri at 23rd Garage just got this thing immaculate. I mean, this is as clean as you can get this thing. So we're gonna pull this thing inside and go ahead and start the paint correction, and we're gonna go over the process. If you wanna do this at home, you can do it, and we're gonna show you exactly how to restore this paint. All right, David's got this hood cleaned off, and we're going to do the very first step to this process. This is gonna be the actual rubbing compound, and we're gonna use a legitimate pad for this. This is for cutting and buffing, but it does cut in just a little bit, so it's going to be perfect, and it's going to cut into the first layer of contaminants. So we're going to run that paste through this entire hood, and then what we're going to do is we're going to follow with this right here, and this is step 2, as you can see, and we're going to do a polish pad with the buffer, and then we'll move on to the same stuff with the orbital, and then we'll use this final top polish right here. This is scratch and swirl remover, and it works super awesome. I used this on my boss's truck and it turned out great. So we're gonna start on this hood and run through it and see how it looks. All right, guys, so we have buffed out the front, and guys, look at that shine. This thing just looks absolutely pristine. The shine is back. I'm pretty sure Green Squad cut and buffed it already because this thing is already super slick and there's no trash. So we just had to go ahead and buff this thing out. So David is doing the polishing part, stage 1, and I'm following behind him with the stage 2 and the stage 3, and we're getting this pristine shine. So he did all this, and then I went over it twice with the second stage and the third, and it's looking awesome. We will have to touch up some stuff, but pretty much now we're just gonna keep going along, and I'm gonna keep following him. So he buffed this and he buffed this, and this is ready for the polish. But right now I need to go ahead and pull my car in and do a little bit of maintenance on it and change the wheels out. So David's gonna continue on this, and we're gonna head over there, do some work on this S2000, and once we're done with the S2000, we'll go ahead and hop back onto this and help David get this thing done. Once we polish everything out, we'll wash it super nice, and this thing's gonna look absolutely insane. All right, so first things first, I do need to swap the wheels because unfortunately I blew a hole in my sidewall, and luckily Vlad is letting me use his CR rims. These are from an Ecure NSX, and they look pretty cool. So we're gonna get it up in the air and change the wheels out, and then I do need to change my oil. And once we get this done, we'll pull this thing out and get back on this car. Yuri actually was doing some polishing on the door, and this thing is looking awesome. So I can't wait to show you guys the result on that. Let's go ahead and get these wheels on and get this oil changed so we can get back over there. All right, guys, so I got the oil changed and I got the CR or the Ecure NSX rims on it. Let me know which ones you like better. I don't know, I'm thinking about painting my black ones white. But anyways, we're done with this car. We're gonna pull it out and I'm gonna help David and we're gonna knock this thing out. So he has buffed this entire side right here and this trunk. So I'm gonna go behind him with the polish and I'm gonna polish all this out. And by the time I get to where he's at, he'll probably get the door and that done. And it's gonna look awesome. What are you thinking, David? Is it looking good?
Dude, honestly, after this, you're right, man. I don't even want to paint this thing. I think it's solid, dude. You know, there are a couple touch-ups we need to do, like where we have chips and stuff. But other than that, I mean, the paint is phenomenal.
Yeah, I told you, bro. Once we get it buffed out, I mean, you'll see. If you look just from, look, check this out. I mean, from here, all of this, it's buffed out. It looks great. There's a couple of paint chips here and there, but these will get touched up and you won't even be able to see them. And I was telling David, I mean, all you got to do is fix the imperfections, small stuff. He actually found some titanium ones, as I said. So we'll get this thing touched up and polished out and it's going to look absolutely insane. So we're going to keep polishing and get this thing done because it's already late on us. So we're going to keep going. That way we can try and get this done today. What do you think? Get it done today?
Oh, yeah, 100%, man. Especially after you come by, knock the rest of this side out, which is a little bit over here. I'll go through.
So did Yuri do this door? He polished his door?
Yeah, you already went through and polished that door. So it's just the quarter of this flare, a little bit right here, this, and I guess that other side, really, and that's it.
Oh, dude, that ain't nothing. We're going to knock this out quick. So I'm going to go ahead and start over here and get this polished. All right, guys, so I started polishing this quarter panel. We still need to hand polish it, get all the smudges out, but the shine is coming back and it's looking super good. Everything is just turning out awesome. The last thing to do on all these parts is hand polish it and get all of these smudges out. But what I want to do right now is go ahead and get this roof. And once I get this done, we'll polish all this out and then we'll hand polish the car and get it nice and washed, get all the smudges off, and this thing's gonna look absolutely awesome. We're gonna throw some wax on it and that way it'll get protected. So we're gonna go ahead and finish polishing this roof up and then we'll hand polish everything and we'll show you what this car looks like all nice and clean. Everything is just polishing out so nicely. The paint is coming back. David's already talking about he don't want to paint it. And
If anything, we might just wrap it in the future. You know,
yeah, dude, you could always fix the imperfections and wrap it some crazy color. Because if you think about it, bro, paint, you're not going to be able to get a color like wrap. You know, you can think of some crazy colors on wrap.
And like with wrap, if you get tired of it, you still got OEM paint under it. You know what I mean?
Yo.
It's going to look good, so
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to wrap it.
Yeah, dude, you wrap it, take it off whenever you're done, and choose a new color. But granted, David, this paint is all going to peel when you peel your wrap off.
Yeah, but
around
that's
all the
something we'll
edges.
focus on later. That's probably when we'll paint it, you know?
Yeah, then we'll paint it once you get a color. But the biggest thing about this car is for you to enjoy it, you know?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
That's the number one thing. You paid all the money, you've already got it all roadworthy and everything. So I'd say the biggest thing is to at least get it roadworthy, looking good. That way you can at least enjoy it for maybe a year or two.
Oh, yeah.
Before you, and then you can like buy a supercharger, paint, and all that in one go. Just do one crazy build on it. But yeah, we're gonna keep going. That way we knock this thing out and get it washed, and I can't wait to show you guys the results. All right, guys, like I said, we're just gonna polish the roof and get this thing nice. I don't want any swirls in the black because black is very hard to get the swirls out of. So we're only gonna use the orbital and polish, and we'll see how it looks. Okay guys, so it is raining, but we do still want to wash it because we don't want any paste in any of these crevices, and also we want to get it nice and clean. That way we can see this thing in its full glory and get all the smudges off. So we're gonna go ahead and pressure wash it, get all the paste out of the crevices, and then we'll throw some foam on it, get it nice and clean, and then it'll be done. All right guys, so we just pulled up to the gas station and the paint correction looks absolutely insane. Under the gas station lighting, man, this car just shines now. If you guys remember, this thing was very, very, very matte and fading and had a lot of neglect on it. But honestly, now he literally does not even need to repaint this car. I mean, it just looks so good now that it's all polished out. And that's really all it needed, because it did sit under a tree for a super long time. And now this thing just looks absolutely awesome. I'm super happy with how this went. We honestly didn't even sand it. If we would have went one step further and sanded it, it would have looked even better. But Goon Squad already cut and buffed this car, so there really isn't much more clear to work with. So we did with as good as we can get and worked with what we have. So I think honestly the results speak for themselves. This thing is just holding its shine and it looks super good. We were gonna wipe it down, but honestly, we want to wait till tomorrow, and he's going to detail it super nicely and wax it. That way it keeps this shine and looks really good, because if we wipe it down now, he's going to drive home in the rain and it's going to be dirty again. So I think that's going to be it, and I think this is a crazy transformation. All right guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the content, and I hope you guys enjoyed seeing us restore the paint on Goon Squad's 370. This thing looks awesome. David's a lucky guy, and this thing is a neck turner. Everyone here, their necks are just getting broke with it, and it's just such a cool car, and it's super dope. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to stick around and see this thing get polished out completely and out in the sunlight, be sure to check out We Build Him, my link is channel down below, and you guys can watch it and you can see the final transformation of this thing. I'll see you guys in the next one, and if you want, you can follow us on Instagram, motorhead.co, link it down below. Thanks for watching, and thanks for all the love and support in all the videos, guys. Peace.